Yo abusia enenso ye da foforo na asama me no beka ne ndene ya asama ehia wo na ehia me. Ye taite ense kofie na koye se nkofie na ko hu abusia pani na onye se ma ho. Titidifo na ya otai ka kofie wuntumi nteki sa credit no emfa mfiri ni ho. Ende me pese ye hwa ade mesremu a obosum bia na obi betumi asom nana. Pacho like ye namui ye tu abom obi atimi foka na wakobusum bi ho nanso se ye se ye kasa ye se ye wo fie bosom ye wo abusua bosom ye wo fie nkonwa ye wo oman konfo ye wo oman bosom ye wo nkonwa ne ho bosom ti me be se me bisa se abosom no de ehi ene nipa som pamocho wo na ehi frankasa na omufri na me pe se me hu se bosom obi betimi akofa bosom tete afade wo fom ana obi betimi akoto bosom e de abesi ho se oton bosom ankasaponi origin eye den ofiri hi ne baaye in fact abibifuo ye ya bosom somfo se de nipa bi ka se o abibifuo de ya bosom somfo ye nkoye nananom ho ye nkoye nchi ne ye nkofa ye nananom ade a na omoye nti wo ka se ye nkoye nchi pa na echese abosom sem no abam ye nananom na omosom bosom ana in fact say ye hwehwem ne ya hwehwe ye mu ne ye hu ade a na abibifo som a eden ne ye behu pamocho we ni me pese me ne wudo musuko like I said ebeye downloads bebrebe because niama no baby a asay na pro akoduru no se wo so be read books bia ubeti ato atechenim because atechenim ne ye de aye ye ho ama ye se jene ye pori we ya ne yakoto we ye pori we ya ne yakoto we nti ye se eniama atetenipo na ebinum ya enye bibia no sesi abeye hu obi hwim bibi sesi a oye powerful obi chami bibi sesi a oye powerful nti no ya ye messed up yankasa ye kan sum sem se ye bibifuo ya ne ye de kwa abosom sem hode ya na asem na yasem kese e de amayen the ebisa anase afa ritual no is not superstition, it is not, it is a quantum feedback but sadie we ni yete ase ana ye hu ni se ye bibi e se ye hu. It is like ancestral artificial intelligence na enyame ne so se me pese me kire se afa na ebisa no eye quantum feedback a edi bibi a ya loadu egu ho. In fact se na ye di bibi to wo ne ye kase gusu ni ye hwie nsuo ni ye hwie kube nsuo ni ye hwie pito edi gusu a aya na edi important ye ne ho nti no ebisa ne ade no na ye quantum feedback. It is like ancestral artificial intelligence sana na nkete and the gods enyame ne so say na meka about ebusa anase say afa rituals na enye na ade America no enyame ne so because ukobisa na enyame na ukobisa nti say no ye quantum feedback there enye na enyame ne so omo ye den they are energy vessels aso eseso bibini ekoto bibia say osom nana me pese me make it be clear. I know this episode is not going to be easy. Me pese me kire wo say wo gina hwehwem na se wo hwa wo behu ho. At the moment a wo be gina ho no ma wo be yete say wo koto ahwehwe no, you will lose your head and lose your face. And when you lose your face and lose your head, you will automatically give the ahwehwe no your face and your head na ebedi uso. Nti adie na mokotokoto se mokotokoto na mo bow before things are, you have automatically lose your head and have automatically lose your face. Na wo lose so a wo de be ma ade foforo and na me no mo ba be ye episode na episode we enye chicken change. The topic is the quantum of NANANOM. The quantum of NANANOM. Me no be fa 3 stages mu. I have a lot of downloads about this. Me ye episode be a me mamo source. Ye bedi kan ahwe ancestral mirrors. Ye bedi kan ahwe no ancestral mirrors. Na mi wi a ne yaba form. Ne ahwe extended mind myth. Ye be hwe no so. Na fe ye wi a ye sane aba form. Your idol is a mirror. ye be hye no so se ya ma ebinom antumi ando suko anko sunsum semunu mu ne ye ma ye te se eyade a ehu a eno na be se yen enne no me ne wo be kasa na ma kire wo se wo si wo nimbosom ewo wo fie na se wo pese wo kobosom no ho a ekwan a ye fa so approach no enne mema wahu because efie bia what this quantum feedback no ewom eno nti na mebisa asam no fiti ahyase ne se mebisa konfo ne abosomfo nyinara so bia betumi asori afiri ne fie na wakobosom bi ho so okohwehwe ade wo ho ade data ena sa abosom na onim wo no okọ akohwehwe wo no ho a obenya ede amawo mepese mihu se bosomsom eni asonsom moja kani nyina ho adenti na asonsom ni nyina moja eka ni nyina ho na mabisa na bibifo ne yesom bosom ana in fact hwan mu na ya abosomsomfo na omumpa omani aba omo ho so se yensom bosom no omani aba omo ho so se yensom bosom enti omo condemn bosomsom no omo ankasa sonsom bosom no ya upgrade because ni nyina mojasem wom adenti na bosomsem bia mojasem wom mojasem na ewom no actually eyede ba ade a eno ene me pese ye. Today I want us to visit the shrines and discover how they serve as mirrors of the forgotten minds of our ancestors. And that sa bosom na fa bosom and me ma what bosom actually is. Now when you adwen foforo wo ho when you are approaching it. Now this episode no nka me ye wi a nka ese moto ayi ma me ede mpu ka me wi a ese nka moto ship e ma me because to get this downloads na nya chicken change sa na nka yese ye ka bosoma ana shrine a ade a ekire e forgotten minds of our ancestors, and this is a big mystery that lies in our DNA. There are a lot of things that ewo ho. Okay, but say ye shati na de ni ko dormant na say ye said ye behu bia na ye di akira eno na ama bi before ya hwere ye ho ye lose ye ho totally ye lose ye lands pesa wote ase ye lose yourself ye lose bibia including the name of Akabulan eno cry say your friend Africa. This is the reason why Africa for beko school aye bibia they can't even turn the common map. African map no, they can't turn it right. Obi enim African map ni tie siase. Enfo obi aho. No matter the school education na omu benya no, they cannot redeem their lands. And they cannot liberate themselves. And then me mamu nyina secret no. No obi ankoda na sebi o kafrache onfa nwe ho abusia and then me nkomo na no odin. Nti pearls no mo am was sharp teeth no mo nye ready because me kopa ma befie. This is not a teaching for the faint-hearted. It is for those whose spirit remembers, those who feel a shiver when they hear the drum beat or smell the incense from an old shrine located behind the house in our villages. Obia wakose niamemu nenne menene ba abekasa na wahu bi na wa experience bi da no ono na ndem menene ba abekasa and we ne enye chicken change so and then my hair will be on and off, so when you see it unkempt, manage it. When you see it kempt, admire it. I know we have done many editorials about our ancestral gods and family spirits, especially with witchcraft and divination. Our witchcraft episode is still on this same platform. I think we did 4 episodes or 3 episodes. Inti enadia wutie meno. Adie bia ye frɛ ne som, adie bia ye frɛ ne sunsum, adie bia ye bodin ede ama no a wu chase na wo run after no mama oni nyina ne source ewo platform we so now adie ba ko a ebinum gina so a omo de create conflict we ye busumsum ni we ye nyamesum ni we ye kramoni we ye saying eno na ndem pese ye nyina ye kom ni ye hwe na de bia ye te se ye nananom na omo som abosom aya na ye miskoti Adie we ana eye knowledge aye distorted. Na se no mo som bosom a bosom no ofa he baye. What is the origin of bosom? Eno ene ye be come deep na yahwe. We have also spoken about how some are archons and others are Nephilim breeds with humans, forming a powerful covenant of demigod cousins sitting in our family homes. Inti ahano sa wo sha wo behu se mede wafa bibi biara eye asonsum mede wafam akire om origins ma kire samantwentwe types of samanfo ma kire so many things. So one kasa wo ko baabi a wudu hwa you are able to know say aha we na wa aha we na wa aha we na ewa hanom ye di kan ye sa de we nyina ewa hanom. You are on this platform. Everything deity, everything ghost, everything dimensional being. Mama uni nyina wa ama source account. If you speak on a stone, and pour libation on it, it gains what? Frequency and becomes a deity per your will and serving. So what I say we saying, Edemame, my di kaka to say bibia ye frequency. Bibia ye frequency o. Inti no adeko a wo ye ne adeko a wo fa no. Understanding should be your number one priority. So if you decide to worship or submit to any of this, you understand the source now and their origin. So what submit it to bibia makekam nkrofo amabubo di Nephilims, the archons, the bibia when omu nyina omu origin. Any baby omu fi. And your choice. So we'll submit it under it or not. But the entire ene me betina akasa NANANOM no. Almost say me be kanche mu se mucha ntroto omuso. They are not with anything you use their names for. But men yet John things answer. So utie ni na udwin so too deep. E kwame ya. But aduane a wo bedi na wo fie abode ene enka. Unless you want to be Esau. Our person won't do aduane na lose inheritance. Some of us are not going to do that. But what I say, se wo kasagu ebu so. Na se wo hwie libation no edigu so a ebe gain frequency. So to me say, words spoken created memories within these deities and which stand the test of time. Enti dia wo kwasha ase no. Ese woni baabi ade be wie. Pacho te ase pa mame. So your words and act create all these deities. Wasem one yoye ade a wo ye ene wo kasa ene create all these yami because o fa boto ho na pour libation gusu na wonya akasa gusu a wo create frequency. Pese wo te ase e wo ho no mame. You will die but it remains and become your property because una wo create here because wo ba na wo a eba ne beye wo japade se wo si dan na wu a eda ne beye wo japade it's so na wo ko create any being any deity a eno so wo bewu ebeba beye wo japade nti ye wo abusuan ne bebre wo hono ma saa bosom na saa nkonwa na esi wo no obi aso yo Kristo ni nti ompe obi abeyo Kristo ni ompe nti asase ne so aka ho because ye chiri kokwa a ye ni ne ma nti ya mintumi nti ahemfo ni bia omo so omo ye Kristofo omo ngu nsa omo nya hwe mfa amankonwa na omo pin so no nanso so omo ton nsa ase na ewo nkonwa ne ho nyina edi enu nti na mo na ase bebre binom atata ai etwe wadwe na agina so e ma bu mfu. Therefore, I want you to imagine a situation where a deity that does not die has information about you for 1,000 years of multiple reincarnation. Me pese wo dwen sa ade we hu. Se ade e wo fie ho no, de e wo fie ho na ye ka kire wo se eye bronsam eye bosom nti. Enye mo bia entwem adwen kosi bone se me praise bosom until we be this episode because bosom na mo keka na muhu ni nyina enye eno ena na wo NANANOM eso nti na enye quantum feedback no na emom imuni ni di chempe. That is not what we are talking about. And how they were calling it bosom enumpo no na wo ankasa mpo wo nte ase na enu na mpesa wo twen na wo te ase wie na wo wie a wo de wapetachi o odeka o aponchi o kramanyo o adoa o odwanyo o aprawa o okusia krantie kraman de awde be ko bia na wasoa wo libation ni aboa no na wo de akọ na afi ya hwede ewom menua enti se wo ya ade we na omosom deity no wo ho a ono owu oye sunsum ye nyina ye nim so se sunsum enwu enti no se wo de si ho se wo pe se wo mpe na wugya ho kwa ade a wo ye ni nyina oba 1 million times onim obe remind you enu ena ya na yet to say they are more powerful than us because they don't die omo wo old memories a wo robi ni nyina no e wo ho no mo adenti na ye nananom ye ni sa me explain we nso so e de amani ye nyina. What does that deity possess over you? Sa deity na osi wo na wawu akwa aba multiple times na owo ho na ohunu e de no possess over you pacho. Today we are delving into that quantum world e ho na neme ne wo. Let's open up the conversation on time with Maame Grace. Abi you know that. Welcome to this very important episode for every African black nation. This is very important to you. I am your prettiest preacher always. I welcome you to time with Maame Grace once again. Yo abusia nanso so ye kwesi adabio me mankrankra bia achi mankrankra bia akwaba edeba time with Maame Grace Jumedie kase yesu se bono nsia na pakwesi adape na unim so unu aba afefe ma betena ha na me ne wo abensem. This episode is very important to me. Why? Because they are pure downloads. A lot of them downloads. Enti no pese ye nyina yetumi to ye boase na ye wurewuremu na afe yetumi ti asem na se ye your calculation enye mandatory. Se bibi a meka wa ha ne fa na emom tie na wankasa de resonate with you no ukotena fi atena se na baby asem no ani ase. And then topic ne ye discuss the quantum of nananom is the topic. Medical catch 3 stages a ye kom ancestral mirrors eno ne ye bedi kan akom extended mind myth eno so ye behwe no na afa ye wi a ya behwe your idol is your mirror. Ye sa stages 3 way ena enne ye kwa akohwe medical aka kire wo dada. Midin ede Maame Grace. I am the prettiest preacher. Call me Kasongo Babe. I am Saint Osika. Me were multiple names, but in all, I am the greatest. I bet me a friend me dia upe biya ba. Me ma remfi say odi eno nso so ebeka ho. Yo abusia. Mama akwa aba na machia wo dada na maka cho se wo ho ye. Enti mo am wo platform no so na mo anu ye den no mo nyire mo ho because me ko pass ma be fie se dem di kan ye no ti bint Ibra any blackboard cleaner ne Moonlight Spencer no mo ne omo keke kan wedi ne doso ene omo mo aba so ye Gladys Ajeke mo nyina mo boaboa mo because me ko pass ma ye den e de aba fie mo ma ye di kan enhwe ancestral mirrors. See ye kase ancestral mirrors a eye mirror bi a esi ho na ukwa kwahwem anaso say ye den. Now let's look at it. Do you remember the gods of your mother's mother? Unim o maame ni nyankopon ko ana owo amucho. Do you remember when a child was born and libations were poured not to Jesus, not to a prophet, but to bosom nananom, the gods and goddesses of the family line? Pacho, mukaya na, these are questions. Pacho, wukaya na waka ebi akire yen wo comment section ho. Let me ask you something, Mami Bisa Bibi. What if I told you those so-called bosoms were never just clay, wood, and iron? Mi bisa wa se mi ka senya obeji edi. Say sa de na esisi ho no. They were not just in ria. Said ye binu mo kano. Say omo fa so esum nyankopon. Ebi ana enye sa na ye bibi fofra wa adwene sen eye question amato ama. What do you think? What if the shrine, the stool, and the carved figure were never objects of worship? Would you believe this? What is your take on this? But organic quantum devices, how would you feel? Ye betumi adwin senya na ana eye no go area kra ne eye ade esi ho a yesum eye question. Recording energy frequency, intention, and memory. Se me ka kire wo say Ade na esisi ho ni nyina na nya ade esi ho se ye nsom no. Na emom na ye organic quantum devices recording energy frequency, intentions or intention and memory. How do you feel about this? Would you dream hu kakra bi deep? I hope and trust you are calculating all these questions I'm asking. I hope you are calculating it deeply, because we have database, archives, systems. Baby a wubeko biya. Na nsenye omu say FBI fo aba omu chinkrofo, yokofo omu chinkrofo, eye database ana bibi na esi ho, ene wo all the niyama woso, ene omu download. In fact, me say sadie na esi ho no, na ye ancestral intelligence. You bet to me so afre yen so ye de ni say ye AI. All these people do no, they copy from somewhere. So be ye ignorant. They will show you pepe, because these people came here and pack all the abosomo away. Nenye ade no mo fa de ko ye ade enye a wo ka tro bi se mo nye biom nanso wo kono na wa fa de ko adentia. This is the question I am asking all of us, and I want us to ponder over all these questions deeply. In fact, deeply from ourselves, from our genes, from our blood. In fact, saliva kure wo mu no ma endwindwene asema mede ma wo ende hu. Could it be say abosu na esisi ye dan no ye nananom dan na chi ni ade no? Those days so enya ne ye hu ni nei. Na ye quantum feedback ana ena na ye ni hu idea na mpamoche wo abosoma na ye nananom osom ene dia mosum sesi ye no sremo a eye no kore eye the same thing pamoche ye question 90% na mibisa question no. And what if these gods, your family gods, are ancestral mirrors, part of your consciousness for your entire existence, just living outside your body? Can we think like this? Because ebua edaho na empro na ensei na yakasa egusu makacho se na assume frequency. Ebetumi a download bibia so wotumi di radio bi to hwa ebetumi a che frequency na ewo ho ni nyina. So the question is, our ancestors, were they communicating something bigger? Because they were generational thinkers. I've told you before that our ancestors were never primitive, but they were astronauts. Were they trying to show us something na SSN ka ye upgrade waso? And I are downgrading no, are distorting no, ana. All these are questions I'm asking you. There may be senye ma busum na na esisi ho ni nyina na etimi ye bibia na e download the ekoso nyina e de amaye ana so so e na eden. Oh ho a wa fe ne sin erinam enu moja ne sin nyina ahye na esa na te ana. I want you to think deeply about this. I wish I can repeat this multiple times for this to sink into your system. Can we think like this? I mean that just like your phone has photos and chat history, I hear so much. I will jolly cry now to so phone ring here. What if these deities have clear records of everything your entire generation and race did? What if these deities all those records and can predict your next frequency? What if it's like that? Now, like that, the way they are doing this thing, and you are konumpo. Maybe say all these are questions. Maybe say all Africans, that all these shrines and all these deities, can we have a second look at it? Than taking people there for them to kill them, for taking people there for juju and for tukpe and for all the whatever you can think of. Obia Jimmy Kunu and Obia Wiamade. Can we think differently from today as you are hearing my voice as a black man when it comes to these shrines and these deities? Can this be possible that we think this way? This is the reason why we feel they are powerful than us. Because they don't die. asem bia wo nana ka gu so anka nne no wuni wa wo bekai no nka you betumi asan akosa data no na nka sa data no database ni si ho a na wo kɔ hɔ a mekere wende ekwan anka ye fa so na nka ye reboot ana ye reactivate ana ye restart na tumi play niama bebre esande ma wo back sesi e abosomsem ne ya ye ne sen we your question. I'm talking about the very records of images of you 1,000,000 years ago. Your reincarnations, your memories, your frequencies, your aura, your oaths, covenants, behaviors, likes, dislikes, everything from the beginning of the earth. Imagine, sadie ni daho, na no enko, nanka time bi a wo ba ye bi a wo nana na ye na wo so wa be ye na ye nya kwan bi na ya fa sa stone no na ye timi reboot ni ya reactivate hwe niam anka ye behu sa niam anka ye behu wo sa database ni mu no your mind cannot even comprehend na ye jai we ni ye say we nyina because eye abosomsem eye question na me bi sa o imagine senka ade we wo ho ubetimi afine niam ye amikike ye nyina ewom everything from the beginning of the earth pacho se wo was animdie na pese me bisa wo edin na betumi atwi afa wo so obibini but do we know anything about us say yes ye nim bibi about us ehe ne yekofa 3 ye pamucho wo ehefa ne yekofa asa history no edi 3 ye all this abosum me bi sasa was it a gadget all this abosum and all this nananom bisa say no na ye omo upgrade ye chat gpt no ene ne yekeke eka ho ni bi na ye nananom di isi ho ya na because whether ye nokware ana enye nokware ubo wo date of birth e de masa ade ni sesia obetimi aka o past life a kire obeka o present life a kire enu de wugidi na mikra mi kuntokwa mi kun bosom akomfo na nkasa omo upgrade omo ho omo reduce akom no to nothing. The only thing omo tumi upgrade pe eni so omo yi hire no omo dane ne powder. What else? Enti na make sure say bosom na omo kana de ko na esom omo bo no muni ma de ko de enu na me pese na me ni ukom so oye komfo ye bosomfo don't get angry. The platform is open. Come and let's talk about bosom na esi ho. Ede be no assume. So apart from obi kunu aye na obi yare ne de fa nti eno ana. Eno na person na ye hwem ko deep. Anything na wo ye na wo upgrade wo nsuya bibi eno ane se sunsum na be wure wu. Eno ano no you don't learn nothing about it. The only thing you people have been able to upgrade is shire to powder. Eno po mutu ni baabia. Asa no kura muntu minsa. Munim. Hey! Once upon a time, before colonizers gave us pulpits and pamphlets, every home had what was called an aban edefiemu, a home government. No biya wobi, no biya wa aban bi. Ewo fie no mutumika efie ban any saying, and no time di can be sa question no first no say. Bosom na ye chin na ye sonsom no. Obiya betumi asom bosom biya bia na. And also say, if you be our bosom on betumi asom. Your question, the platform is open. And that episode, you download it into your system and think deep and calculate it very well. And in this government, na ya buying na defie no. Government just buying anameboa nti meka te ase. In this government, buying na defie no. The chief advisors were not politicians, nope. But abosom, spirits of the land and ancestors. No mo no musisi anu abana no as ministers. But na enye nipa dasani. It was also a kind of a system that was recording past and present occurrences and keeping of knowledge. We na sad a system no na ye wo fie bia mu. Enti na obi ahimie nduru na obi eni obi nkokon wa akonwa ne ho. Abusua pani asem nduru na obi nkokon tokwa wo ho. because adeɛ na ɛwɔ hɔ na ankasa nim onipa ko obedi dada and that de akom no kra mutumi ko hu school ko sua akom bosom no kra yesi yeton bi ubetumi akoto bosom ni bi ubetumi akotu bi na enye saa nete. We've seen people menyo nti ye hu nkrofo omo call efichire kwa na omo ayira 3 years 5 years na ma esu ya be yi omo esi abenase na obekọ no waye tan na locks ya ye woni tiri so enye nde rasta ya ahochire rasta ya ni nyina akom no mo reduce ni to rasta dia abo ntutu ni dia abo ayi brodo. Hey, and I'm asking a lot of questions because I have a lot to give out. But me twitwe wadwen e de agine niama we so. When a child fell sick, you didn't run to the hospital or pharmacy first. One koko tete no abofra yare aye nkoko first. You asked who has been offended. Na ahono na asamusia. Yenko blame brunsam. But on baby saw why na wa offended no ye baby sa sa database na esi wo no enti sa database na esi wo na mo frɛ ne bosom anana wo na na se esom ne bo because onim frequency na egu so no eno na mo bekọ akobisa no enti eho sa de no so omunim yare a ewo fie ho oyene a abafie ho ahwease a abafie ho ohawa abafie ho do ade wei as onimni nyina enti omu wo obi a oyinvoke a the person is able to tell sa ade wei na waye because ye fie sen ye fie ye funu ntungu wo fie ho unya ye pe unwu biom na ye fie so ye ndi obi kun achi me abusua mi firi mu no ye ndi obi kun achi because according to them obi kodi obi kunu achi ne yekun no nti ye fie ye ntu ye funu ngu ene ye ndi obi kunu so achi because unya akoye saa ene ye wewu enti se nka ukoto ukona wo ba na wo yare a ye bekọ ho na o makose database ni mu se wo ede ye ne waye enti se bia wo ba abaju obi kunu na wuwu ye na wokoye na wasan ba ene ye na o mu se yare we ya ewudi abai na ni nyina na ewo ho enti na obi yare a o mba ko bisa why na wa offend no. Our ancestors were not blaming it on the devil. Ombehwe ade a waye first wudi fo a na o ma hwe ho asem o ma afra asem no na o mo aka enti no ombeche se wunya ehwe ana omu sorry no mu ko blame brunsam no ye which vibration is out of tune. Ombedi ka hwe se why offend obi a too na fe o ma hwe se vibration be na ye out of tune e wa akola ni mu enti akola no was a situation ni mu. All these things were in our homes before these people came. A linguist will go to the shrine, pour libation and say, "NANANOM yebiso." Ancestors, we are asking, "Ombakwakoye, asem na make amakatos episode weti ni ye because mi hu busum bia ade a make mi hu bi wo ba bia wo Ghana ha. Mi hu busum bia sa wa ha. Na mi wi a mekirem na ma kire bosom ko ewo kurom a. In fact, ma bobo bi so a kire wo dada. The Ebisa or Afa ritual is not superstition. It is quantum feedback. Inti eno ene bema o ade ne back inti na afa ne ye ya. Enya ade de machine bi asi usuo. But the ote wo no o ka afa no. Ono ankasa onim ni oye. So onim ni oye ebe base on eniama o demand. Ene asema o ka. Se enya nokure. And also is based on niyama or demand because it's not supposed to be superstitious. No, I had to say we saw laptop no what download the idea wom. It is like the ancestral artificial intelligence. That is what a busa or the quantum feedback or the afana yekano ejina hodema. Can we think about this beautifully like this? And stop limiting things because we are lost. Yet tiniama ni yedenam. See you see ye beko back ye nipa 20 po no mo start so mo ma mo kwan no ma start ya download ya. Na so mo start so obi aso ofa nipa 20 ka ye beko ye nim. Ya ma bibia ye hu. Teacher ya don komo no mo to me treat off na abegu woni ye di ni free afehyedu na all these things were happening. Na enye hu no obi enton ade na asi. Enti sa afana ye ka no eno na ye quantum feedback no na ye ancestral artificial intelligence ya na enyame ne so we They are energy vessels, like I said earlier. This is it. The gods, not the gods, not gods, but the other gods. And trunk one. Nankasa gods nipo. Anaya NANANOM no. Now they were energy vessels. No munye blood suckers. When you pour libation, listen to me here. You are not begging. You are not begging. You are not supposed to pour libation because you want something to beg it. You don't pour libation. You are not begging them. You are updating the frequency. Oh my God. The ben pan into bibini sebe. Obema ya drinya kuye nim kakra. Ni yetumi apeja yemu na ya upgrade. Just say they be begging. Soon ye beggars. Physically ye beggars. From penny abai so they be begging. Ye to me standing on our feet to do nothing. The only thing you people can do is say o yenne ente say atu Ghana mine. Sebe. Uso ye soon muni pa yourself for you whoever. Now what jinya or minor inheriting 8 widows in one day. Mumbu nipa we wupo no makamu ano atum na hu we na me pa me wo pa we bia anko bi obegina wo obeka se mi na me chi watum ekrom a ese omo hyembra se hu bone na ebam bone na we hu ni bamu a ese ye chi wutum ese bibi koso ese mbere bi koso chechire spirituality ni somehow gullibility ni ye too much baby amanya fe ma adu ye de mbiem na mo hwehwe na krom ha na nkasa kwa fa mu no mo de ye den mo pe drama asemasi no mo ye dramatic wa asem no mu e dey perform. What is this? Obrapa eje owura kwan se wo bibi a wo de ma wo man na wo create impact. You don't need drama to attract whatever. And I mean when I mean come chimu nyina come chim 1 Adai, what is it? E dey pa na ye hwehwe Edian yeji, ye gun sa ye pour libation ye beg. It's not like that. You pour libation now with their updated frequency. And how do you pay it? And I make answer some make an main reduce unko busum bia nyami bia until we are done. Now one kasa with the calculation necessary no hu bi na we hu ba ku bi wo ba bia na wakoho. You are sinking consciousness across generations when you pour libation. It's like rebooting or updating your computer or your system. And then you to mean doing idea ye fine saying. Baby say, how do we do this correctly? We will get there. Na ne fie no mu kra bosom ne ade ni na po. Because they told us this and bebre almost as omo de kra tu egu. Well, losing history. You don't know nothing. Until obie sebe e de wo ko John way and na wudi akire. And I say, see, obie pour libation, di no kre. Wa when you 50, 60, 65, be honest. Na fie no mo no. Ade ni kura na esi gate na chi na esi gate na no a. Na fie wo fo no obi a so de otumi ko pour libation wo. Na nya nipa ba ko na bibi o mo soma no. Na impo besi nne abusua fie ho. Nya nipa ba ko no wo ho a bibi a o mo frɛ ne ma ne begu nsa. Se se de obi gina burochire na ogu nsa. E wo taas no so. Who taught us this? Where is this thing coming from? There is always an ordained somebody in the family. Our database. So, if you want to say anything, you go to that person. Now we call shrine. Now we could say we prayer at the amount. Meaning the anti almost libation. Any prayer. What is the difference between prayer and libation? I know the amount in person because only pani beko a fear what the end so because actually that busum na is if you're not make a men fan attached their own one. Sa busum na is one or be about me because only me bloodline. A fear will be a wabako be a better no one at the end of the ho. Into your DC hono. Or will be a database or into the otia no coho, nanko coca fana. No ko ma catch them so Maame Grace o ba na we say na ba ka catch ro de wu ye nyina o be catch obi afie e bi wo ho nti me bisa say that time no be to me walk to the shrine pour libation ana said because see obi pour libation ebi po bi wayewam e wo mo dem ebi po bi no bi asori anajo e na mo ekonsuo mu pour libation. Do you know what you are calling for yourself? And these deities record all these things for millions of years like a powerful data memory for you at the divine level. This deity ne wo fie ho no ye wu obi a na ye de nakoho ne yakopɔ libation ye go introducing na man adani ye ntumi hu se na ye database bi a ye record bibia ye koso wo fie ho ye record bibia di guso na bi a ye be upgrade a way of storing it because frequency cannot be seen with the eyes. So they have a busia bosom, they have a kuro, they have a fear near ade and a mibisa no. Now the bibia is scattered. Ti mibisa so be to me ko bia a kofre bosomana. Abusia, do you now understand what I'm saying? Pamucho emuda ho. All the questions are me be say. Your grandmother's shrine is not a superstition. Oh nana. Ne NANANOM ne bosom sem no na nya hunehunu nya owu asem it is a spiritual data holding technology. Pacho, can we think like this? It saves memory in every form you can think of. Bibi omoko bi wu ombaka kopo obi a wo mbaka kopo asemasi fi ombaka koka bibi a no mu di guso bibia no mu di guso erabia no mu ayi obi a obetumi activate obetumi reboot obetumi restart obetumi trigger that frequency obetumi read ade e bia ba fie hoda ebi mba fie hoda ekwan omo de fa so solutions ewom bibia no mu ko di koguso ade na wuntumi ndwin hu se na omo set database go fie ho. And that is how they were supposed to do it. Can you even calculate? Say no, and no more de aba computer na aba a chat one. Pamucho. Ye be to me adwin da ben ye nkwa ye be dwin ekwan bi so sei. Bibia ye bone. Ewiase we ya be. Obia wo kwan a obefa so a obekọ. Obi die ne eja ne be hye no. Obi die nsuo ne be fa no. Obi die ekwan yo fa so ba ye nie aden no sofo wo ye wo to se wo ye powerful change nyankopon oyi asam ne kire wo se nkrofo ni ba be wu no sa nyankopon na ntumi ankoje omo ade se wo e na wo furo bi obeba ansa no minim dia menka ka meche mo papa ade amuni mpa ne se mo condemn ade condemning enim guase na mo pese mo defend you can't. The error will not allow you people. Your bomb and botox is out there, including your balls. And then I'm no your spiritual data, I hold the technology. It saves memory in every form you can think of. And makatro niyama no mutumi bibia omukoho. Obia honsem. Bibia besi wo fie ho bia na omo de akopɔ wo ho. Why were they pouring libation? I will explain that as well. To rent esi wo fie wo bia omunimo ho asem se wakwa ba onu at the database ni so no enimo e wo memory wo papa wo yeye wo bone a wo yeye ni nyina wo ho. These are mega computers sitting in family homes, just like hospital, police station, banks, baby yoko, whatever, name them. How do we understand this? Aya ne bosom bi bisasa se se bosom na wo ho ni nyina no edi empa na omo ye edi aboa Ghana bisa. Before doing this editorial na me de menti ade na se papenti downloads bi wo ho amenya me free doctors na makọ omo ho na makọ chire mu akire omo a na omo akire mi sesei ebi wo nso amenya na ma free me lectures ni bi na me bisa omo menya ya na me sorry na me de ko nti this downloads me ye no na me se da bi menya information ni wie ye pe na me se da bi let me call Dr. Kelly cause ono de omo no mo she code e wo ayi internet o se ayi computer ho because out here say omo no mo akọ school etwotwo wuro e de ama machine until I called him na me bisa no about how computers work me friend no na me bisa no omo no na makacho omo no mo akọ school etwotwo wuro wo ho ye de tita no he ya and he said so boade am so meboa computers are machines that we give information to. And they keep this information. Whenever we ask for the information, they give it back to us. Internet let's say me more than my adwene mu da ho. Me who correct. So I say, oh, okay, if this is how it works, it means my head is 100% correct. The computer keeps the information forever and it gives you access through many ways. It keeps photos, videos, text, voice notes, and others. So the more information the computer can take in, the bigger the memory, the better the results. So I said, that is what our family deities are. Yeah, they are positive da. Your pastors are asking you to send fire to them. Show history. Ojo, you become useless. Baby, anyone no ma bet now. Who here document and maminka we inchiro. Who bet me to akotena America to akotena baby. I want to mean tune mumo de nyina ntu guda. You belong to that family. Another dangerous thing religion came to do to Africans. They came to break our bonds. Into obi twe nko ana wokoshe. Lion a ono nko anam, ono na hyenas to me chinere. Ate dem ka kire no. They ask you to send fire to the house. Ebi kura ma mwajija mufi ato ho. Nsi ebusuadan ni na ebubugu. Wo pese wo ho to. Ebubugu a obehu se wo nan bebubu egu. Send a jade ojo. But it's like you are sending fire to burn your computer because it is playing back the frequencies you stored in it. One day you will be asking for it. And I will suma ijano say nkone nkotom. Any virus. Just I will send o software na catch us send a virus koto o computer ni mu na so wayere wo ho. What has really killed us is what I've told you. Eniyama religion at the year division and then put the ye nyame adom first no so yeso maame ye bayifu a owupo ntwa wani hwe nachi na the divisions atoto abusuam na wo ba ye nti yare body po we wo ba ye wo sister na akọbo ade na ye say oni ni nuane nkase biom omo ayaka na omote ho na se oni nuane ye bayifu na obeya wa oni ne ye aka no ntumi nyew. It doesn't make sense. We say ni ama we and omo breaki family ni nyina tete yemu no omo anya kwan de yan akọ. No defense. You are walking alone. Omo the division e de baye tete your bloodline ni mu and omo destroy your spiritual strength. When you are destroyed like that, say you twa wo furu manifest na nkwa na wona ma but se busua ne bomu a wonya atwe we no na ne maame de akira na ne na de akira na aye tenten ya say bibia. The abosom in our family homes is bigger than any computer in the world because it keeps information beyond photos and videos. It remembers our body aura at every second of every reincarnation or incarnation on any planet or realm. Because it is spiritual antennas and it is spiritual database. Yanti we yasentem. A man crofo say nyina de kwa first no enti na make us asama make kan hwe ni ye no one leon to the abosoma ye hu because they hu the nsama ntwentwe medical akiro because say ye bosom pa first no dia no no ankasa kura ate na osom no ko mistake akpa na activity afi so first no say bosom si afie bi gate no akromfo kura nko ho ene akromfo no nya bosom no mu use the bokoro no ti na make us asama make kan don't lure you to chaskele na nkrofo obo no kwan no no sakomo no he ya akwada me first house wo and my second house e wo come to 22 efie kakraka na sa enkurasefo mbe ma na ekodi kokonsa ne na omo kan efie okra misi okra be 5 years me de mo sofo bi so ntenam and efie kakraka sa no ma ne sa ne esi kwan no na omo friend sa American house e wo come to 22 wona nkrofo esi wo no koso metu wo ho sakomo no haya de no first no ye da okro no mu aye to gate mu because obi ani wo be fa wo hwe ende opa gina ho na ye te se wu dwale wa ma wa boso no so anko se no wantwitwi wu na wonsa ho wo de send door no so wo be so de ne ye de ko the same abosom sanka ya abosom kro na anka abosomfo ni bi emfa bosom ni nya de omo de ye nka na me ka kire mo se obi se wo bosom am papa anka de oye nka bosom ni ebeku no ene de ne o nsama ntwentwe All they need is food. Tie, me kan we di ape bi aye. Enu nti na omo sibosom na omo de aduane na edisi wo ma na aduane no pe. Na omo kunam na omo atwa na basa na sen ho na epro na etete ye dey remind you of someone say wo honam apro atete. You don't understand what you are doing. Aka wonko involve you ho in certain things. When ye ka na usu ntie da. Wo ko okra mbisa sa na ada na mode na mi asen na epro ye etete mu mbisa de enti. You will never ask. Yasema ye mobo abosoma papa no a na ewo ho no omo ade e represent ene nemede ama wo no minim ebia me wo gidie wo mi mu se ebia 10% de ewo ho say 2% or whatever but de ye hunu pa de 90% ni nyina samantwentwe me na mienu si form nam de ka maga cho se me share ancestors no ai gbe fo na wo mu no omo se Maame Grace mi jesi olo amaduro benye. We don't know them. Ishi ankranfo no so omo say Maame Grace wo le mokomoko. Ye ni mo bia me hwa me say ja hol. Os Maame Grace ye nyim won o. Ye nyim won. Akronfo ala anko. Me say be os koda ko kama hen. Me shi ancestors no. Ai. Ye hu nyina alo. Alo nkote. This is what was called abosom. Tina na esum omobo because no more connect every memory, every human being. Ti ye wo abusua bi mpo wo ho a na se wo fisa abusua nim wo hene na wo jare na wo wumpo wo wuda ati wo bedu fie wo fie kwantu onim abedu fie ansa wo wu ato ho. All these things were there and these deities were working for them. And as I say, hwede ayi abosomsom. Wei yenim abosom efa no yenim ne otete na kom okom nipa so si ho how me pamocho qualification ben ye di tu bosom pamocho qualification ben ye di tu bosom me bi sam why e den na ye amode hwe. It's so sad, eh? This is why na esum ye nananom ebu it was so important to them. They know every aura and frequency. Efie no assume me. Inti na omo ya omo se kofie ho na busuapani mo mpaye ma. When you go at the kon aye din ama wo no, this deity no ana this busum said ya mofre no papa no enye na ye hunu. Na onim frequency a wo hia. Inti wo ye ya na wa align ama wo. Obehwe de wa afom no, wa yese no wa align ama because wo na nabi. Ebi po na wampo wa bada. Inti no wo memory na wo records na wo mu no ehwe na sesa de no wo motumi yifi ho ma na wo nya kwan na nka wokọ ye dane omu nyina poto. What have we done to such systems? Adane doso any powder ena rasta edwie any empete esisi so eno na adane rasta ni weed akom na sanokora po mu husa. I remember Ajagraja came here and obey show no we no na me hanadwe na me so mo mbotwene no nsa sunsun sorry asa hu asa osaye sunsun sorry sofo wu twa ho a te say edua ebu unni time amudi sua bibia mo ye whether good or bad. Kai, what we don't understand, any problem I want to say, we want to go back. Yes, it is okay. Are we going back with such a joke? Yeah, go back to our ancestors, you know. It is so good. Are we going back with these things? Into me, upgrading a whole lot is going on. It's nasty. At time. Yeah? Adie bi e wo ho a esom obo ho. Se wo didi agora e betumi afiri wo sa. E beba be ya de genjan. Your condition no. Have you watched my editorial where I argue that our NANANOM are scientists? I have done this episode before. And there is another one on the Edinkra codes. Please go and watch them on YouTube. What? These people will never do this yawa thing some of you are doing. They will never do that in the name of Abosomsom. Ta! Nyame bay. These ancestors were never primitive. Sabi, Jones, 1 million times. They were never primitive. And I yedi sa gadget we yedi aye. Sama omo mpese omo be condemn a abosomsom no. Omo tumi ka se na eye kwan a omo fa so ekoduru nyame ho. That is equally a lie. It cut across that a recorded in the realms because it was frequency. Omo so omo se abosomsom nye. Omo so sum nyame no the same bosomsem, the same mojasem, the same thing upgraded. And so you wadwenya firi so we say wo bibi wo ni hwe. En yanka yan nyina yan san yachi. Ni yan kwahwe ye nananom na kwan bi so ampa. Enye ne omo ye ne nkwan chen bofroti. Now let's look at extended mind myth. Yen hwe we say. If you are wondering, is Maame Grace saying that these gods and deities can read our minds? Obi baby sa said ya me ken na Maame Grace o pa chese se e die obetu Maame nchirechiri e di kan akire wo se bosom sem na me kan enye ne ye hu no kwanchen no. There is no connection in it. Na nanom aka akire me so mu ni connection bia amale mokumoko maka akire me. Ti se wo wonder say Maame Grace pa chese o mu nim ya adwene de no. Let me explain. You must give your consent and permission. This is what people don't know. You must give your consent and permission to these gods. And now this, whatever. And so that is why new occult groups and partnerships with new deities involve blood covenants. Covenant keeping God, blood covenant. Mundi me mini pedua na monu mimoja na mini munya apam. Yese bosoma woni ni ndidi no. Ose on to mini won nante. Aje se woni ni nyina muku aboa no, na mu nyina mu hwibom. Why do we see blood in all fraternities? Why do we see blood? Let me explain. There is no deity without blood covenant. Why? Because that's where you can give your consent. I didn't think I want to about me. It doesn't work like that. Your blood is your password. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Yeah. Tete honam no kakra na ye de we na chem na ye wo say ebe protective. Blade ni twa wo no kan wi. Anka ebe protective anka say be show mu hwe. Pa cho wo tete wo hu nyina wie no nyare da. Aya ye kan no kra ma ye ho na ye ya. I don't know why. Your blood is your password and login details into your soul where your information is kept. You drink anything and bath anything with blood. It's not a chicken change. You will put yourself in a condition. Or phone, laptop, whatever gadget, se password in here. At the market, obiye to me with a movie. A lot of us, this is what we've done to ourselves in the name of a chinchin. That is why they say someone has sold their soul to the devil. So no way. It means they have given a deity access to their password and logins to their soul. Because of the mujanama, mujana kum, uni nakoye mujasem. Udi apam udi ama wama wo consent wama wo password udi wo login ama otumi wurem at any time. What have you done to yourself? Ebi kwa no maso omume nyina de aka ho edekọ bisa wo ho se wonam ho no de wo ho enu nti na waye hobere de hoy wo nyare nso wo nte apo de bia na bibi yaw ebi nama omuyem hihye omusa ebi mpoda anadwo omunda. What have you done? Why now would the password or consent and you will log in at the amano spiritually? O kwaya na ya no anam nisi wo be. Na ye kum mogana na wo di yirim. Na wo tena ho na wo hwi ni nyina ne de gu nsom na wo yire ho na di dware die. Hey, nobody, no spirit, no energy, nobody ebetimi ebu ewura wo ni pedue no ma break wo so contact. Never. Ade se wo de wo consent ama. Nti Yesu si di ne honam na num ni moja na oni wunya apam yere wo ho. So anywhere you go and see blood, remember what I just told you. Answer na wo be involve wo ho with anything moja. You give out your password minia. You give out your login details. You are finished. When that happened, erade. And the young konkwa. There are soul traders. beware obi besi be warned ye choroba ba bia nkrama akese ye wo enti wo de ayire wo ho wo ye kra fa abakọ the other day obi direction obi de man na mbisa se enti wankasa wo ba wi ase no e de na wo gi okoye na ye man no agyammoa na ye ka kire ne se on fa agyammoa ne nko na adechi a ontwa na so baako adechi bi o mo ntwa na so baako adechi a ontwa ne tail no na on fa agyammoa ne mbra back na mtintu hwe agyammoa nanim na wutwa na so na wutwa na eden na wogi wo dey keep on doing the moja why they are all ye no enim de ode wo ye na wo a wo kọ na wunim ho wo na wo emobo ti wo dey koso a fa moja ni dware na no bi na ni moja no enya apam why and if anyone has access to your password can they log in without it so be wo password a obetumi a log in without it medical catch o hia wo permission what the password number no tame ya no wewurem na se wo phone mpo onfa password mo obi wo phone mpo onfa password mo obi why do you give the password of your own soul to somebody because of what I don't know. I know this sounds somewhat modern, yes, because spirituality is not incurasism or barbarism. It's because you decided to be so that low. The other day, me bisa or so for me tai bisa so for no. Omo kaniama eye buru madwene ne menti ase so no. Ne me bisa sempa cho wasore ne wo he. Me tai bisa mo hwe revelations no. Mu hu asema me ka mo obi antwema no nsi bone. Asore sa niama no etai wo insanwe mu ni kaso a aden why? Me say me nkoya politics ana ka me screen nyama. Yen fa loan bank ye loan omu nsi is legon ene trasa ko da omu wo kaneshi ni sa nyama no ashama mikuro mu ho no eho na loan firms no ewo mo fa ncha me enkrofo ye omu besi abortion hospitals mu hu so omu akosi bi wo is legon ene laboni ene yi trasa ko ho no baabi mu hu omu wo ho tema ha crapple tema new communities no when we say abortion hospital no they are in Kaneshi ni Dovulo ne sa eho no sa nyama we no muntumi fa nko ba bia nipa na dwene wo ha yo ati say ma migrate di moja abesi platform we so so nkrofo ni no beja ho akọ. Let me appreciate my viewers when e bie papa there are some two guys bia omo trotro new convert for scriptures or class ma migrate me fa Yesu me hu se mu mfi no when e bia nkasa ma mu mfi no wo hwe scripture na okotu ni kura ti mu se fe no wa sha ase o enya easy o minuamo spirituality nye nkura sesem enye barbarism never. This is what Africa need to wake up to. Africa is not waking up at all. It hurts. It is sad. What is Okonfo learning in addition to bosomne possessing? Bosomne possessing you area. Eniama bosomne kan nyina ochro. Owia otumi ye research about it. Na wa upgrade. Na wo hu bibia watumi asesa. Asofo ye omo se nkrofo ye omo ko wo mu hu die na mo ye. So hu na ntimi ya chakwa tum. What do you want fame for? You want fame to be you better shut up than to say what is useless. In metaphysical science and some secret societies, this is called the extended mind philosophy. It is not for children. Some American in natural no. But for those on Revelations platform there, you know this. You can consume this. Because they are not looking for food. I can guarantee for my people, they are not looking for food. But they are generational thinkers and they are pursuing generational liberation. They will shun you. Let me break it down. Say the America say in metaphysical science and blah blah blah. No, the extended mind theory says the mind does not end at the skull. What do you know? And they will saying the mind is beyond the skull. Go tana esi utri. The mind is beyond it. What do you know? And you're limited in this your Golgotha. Our thoughts are not logged in our heads. No. They extend into tools, objects, language, and other minds. This means that our brain is the only tool for storing and sending informations. And that information. Inti sebio kafra. Sebio sa adwene nimpo ansene signal ma wonsa we say a movie that hand will go off. It is your brain that sends signal to your body everywhere and sana etumi a movie. Ade bia obeye wo wiase a wamfa wadwen anka hompo ade na enye yie. Yaji wetum because sebio ebinumu entimi mfa omo adwene nya adwuma no. No mo alimiti omo akeji adwene no ahye book ana ahye trinimun. It's not supposed to be like that. That is why they cannot create anything. The reason copy and paste is everywhere. The brain is blocked. There is no creativity. Say brain no a block here. To mean creative. You can also store your thoughts and vibrations outside the skull. Say what I am teaching, what I'm putting on YouTube, it is my thought. Imagine. Mind you, this has nothing to do with worshiping external gods. No. No, nti ade a me we mean sum bibi me ntumi nyeye. Ade a wo hwe, look at it. Ade na ebiti no to wait. Where? From which side? Set up what? Tell me. You see, when you speak to a deity through ritual, tieniye mame, what you are doing is that you are processing and executing knowledge. That is a proper deity. Medi kan akire mu dada. So wo yes I will process it and I will execute knowledge, senses, and experiences outside your body. So woni deity ne kasa medi kan akire mu pese mebobo mekana kasa na ye honko a obi ante amontworo ma no. This is in the Bible. Ose we ankwatiri asam no anye bibi biara ye. Ose onyankopon de asam no ena di bo wiase ene bibia ye wom. When you speak, who send knowledge, who create bibi, you are allowing the shrine to think for you. To hold what your conscious mind cannot hold. I to say, the same way they were trying to put some of the things. Because your conscious mind cannot hold past life trauma. Now to me, Nkrofu wabe rob akonsi ti ye nananom no wonyimazi nyinala no was azini si wo to what said the munya me nyina was gudo nti what ekono wo robber wotum wo activate because your past life trauma cannot sit in your Golgotha or your skull. Karmic debt cannot stay there. Family oath ni nyina ntimi ntina adwenem, so they place that thing there as a database or as a system. The shrine becomes a spiritual hard drive. Recently, I asked my production director, Uncle Jojo, a video need later, page nasi, to check all the hard drives we have and keep stock, so that if we need new drives, I can buy more. Because yesterday, I say episode, so when I need anyone, I need it. These drives have copies of all our shows. Sa na ye NANANOM. No moye. Enyo. But se hwe all over Bruchiri. Aha na ye ni database. To be here to me ye de ope. No nam ho no okọ. Andre ya nyame mpa boningu. May their souls rest in peace. That thing I don't want to talk about it because I understand these things, but the widows no. And na ehame. Omo ye Mosesa omo body ni gu sa de ni gu mu ho ani mase wie no mo san de ko South Africa na mo kwa akwohwehwem ahwe senka ye wo yi papa wa ha they are able to detect all this easily ye ni hwe enti ebosum na ewo wu fie no owo all the records about you your past life bibia say was ascend say wu ono de enye papa e ma wo nti dia wo kono mpate me nti na bibisa akonfo ne abosomfo ne se bosom bia na obi atumi som and there are some families abosom bi wo ho mu ntumi nsom. We need that education. Enti abusia me hia akonfo ne bi na omo aba na omo abadni yen adiscuss bosom bia na obi atumi esom a ne yehu na me ken na madi kan akire mu akire wo no enya de bosom na yehu no maka akire de enti eye database and me mbadwen so se Maame Grace say ye nkosom bosom me say eye database a eda fie ho ye ne ye nyame no na because ye carry so much nti no na ye nim so se akonso no so gina nchen wonti ye de bibia good database ni mu nti uko no mo robi bibia anka wo ba ha no ma na ya activate na ne awunim ni na watwe nti no nka bosom ni supposed to be a computer or whatever you can gadget bia wo betumi afre no. You don't have to worship. Medical culture, you bowing down to anything. You will give that thing your head and your face, and you will be finished. Oh, my own debut. At the same time, YouTube also has copies of all the shows. Medical culture, your hard drive, no. Ebi na ye NANANOM you know. I didn't think that YouTube what say YouTube so access is because I uploaded the videos there, so my consent is with it. So when we said the idea. Nti saa na sanka saa database ni siwa won so fifie ho ni bi no you can also have access to it. And so sad all the shows me na me ma YouTube access na me upload wo ho nti na omutumi ye. So what I'm saying is that these family gods serve the same purpose in an advanced manner. Ye hu we da de bi obi kunu de bi obi awiade de bi chese ase ye ni problem papa bia. And guess what? It learns. Each visit, each offering, each cry of a mother at midnight is encoded into it. You see how serious these shrines were? It becomes predictive. It can predict that in the next 10 years, the family will be rich or poor, based on the huge amount of information and frequencies your ancestors have left inside these shrines. How do we see this? You reduce abosonsama but the lowest degree. I didn't come. I didn't how. Because a recorded bibia. It is a one kasa. The shrine a wo information nano. What we na se wo kɔ shrine fufuro bi wo se okope information a one ɛdeɛn na saa shrine ne wo wo ho ɛno nti na ebi wo fie bi amu no we questions am gya ama mo amosonsom no mo mbra na mo bekyerɛkyerɛ yemu ye educational platform. Just like powerful computers remember circumstances to give you better answers, these deities remember your soul's data. And abosomsam na no na mo nyina mo yo upgraded version tantan de no and American. Anything that tells you to worship is a distorted abosomsam. This is not what our ancestors were doing. Now you want us to go back. Omo no, they were using this as a database. Ntina omo nson hwe. Mekire wo die nti as asom no, de this asom ne bai, and they reduce you. I will show you. How are we using this? How? So uti we and then how do you feel about akom? How do you feel about akom? They won't go to school. They won't. I had to say, "Just obi be come there." As a son only obi on school you kuratim. What be that? Some of them, there are a few who are doing well. I catch about nanakakaba and all that. Don't think say I am saying say I may endorse any bosom. I'm just using the setup. Wako school. You're so educated. No, yes, I'm just using the education side. The only thing you people can change for are common shrines, blocks, any enam. Because I don't know biare. Aye tefu. Ama aye tan. Making such a great mindset. Such a great idea, looking like what I don't know. Must say bibia poto. And Akan Ade says, When you leave home, you still carry its teachings. I have to baby a wobeko bia no. Ufifie bia mu a ade a wusua wo fiem na soa wo. Wo pa na wo maame nya aka. De wo kire waduane nua, de wo a wo dress eda so ahye. Be free abusua ni mu a na asa, wo ne wo nua bia enkasa. Tena ho. Odaswa ye onua. What can you cancel? Nothing. The gods in our homes are memory processing companions. They are not for you to worship. They are extensions of the mind of the family. Because they yen to mean swani na ne ya offload bi. When are we getting here? When are we getting this knowledge and this understanding and stopping chaka things? When are we getting here as Africans? When are we going to think like this as Africans? Can everything abosomsem become beautiful like this? Than killing and cursing people, scaring people. And then kunya hodo. Ha! What's your time with Maame Grace? Now you're discussing the quantum of NANANOM. Now let's look at your idol is a mirror. Let's look at this. Let me speak plainly to you. They can't open. The reason Christianity came so hard against the idols was not because they were powerless. Nobody should deceive you. Say now they were powerless and they were the almost see any powerless. Me come chiro. Ebinum bebre 90. Not all. Because me wo GDA say ye be sorry. Nti se me ka se ni nyina de a na che say ye ni ani da so ba kon ye be grow out of it. But the unhu ni de 90% lawu. No, never. If we understand it like the way I have explained to you now, ubehu say enye powerless. It's because they were too powerful as a data. And when I say this, I'm not referring to the fake representation or the wicked deities. I'm not referring to them. The angry gods. We will talk about them. I'm not referring to them. Because I have given you the differences, their origins. So I am not talking about Nsamantwenche. For them, they promise physical things. They will do any bad for food. So muku namna ahe na omotemano. Nya ne baby kitu ebi na omotemano. Obeku nipa bebre for that small thing, frustrated ghosts. They kill and destroy for nothing but for food. That's not what I'm referring to. I am talking about the true deities that served as powerful spiritual memories for Afa, Ebisa, royal memories, land, and divine wisdom. Those are the deities I'm referring to. Not those deities now sleeping with people's husbands and wives, pimping people for people because people believe in them. That's not what I'm talking about. They are the ones that hold the keys to our frequency memories. Until we restore this, because what twitchy in the brain. The true fear of these true companions deities was this. If the African man remembers his gods, he reconnects his cognitive network. This is what is called African deity. Not the bobo. This is how powerful it works. That means no need for foreign saviors, no need for middlemen, no need for tithe to Rome. Just remember, that's what we are here for. The database, where is it? So they broke our mirrors. They condemn it. Almost 30 fiyadwim. Condemn it, bibia. Yes, the abosom, those smaller gods were our mirrors, not the amuhuno. They showed us our unresolved family issues because omo recorded bibi biara. Nti so pe correction bi aye. Obi so obewu am bibi po ma bibi. Ekwo na obekwa ko hu asem ni na. Ye nim hwe about us. The aye bia ye the aye read. How many people download? I'm not talking about hookup downloads. They have all the memory data. The same moja. The same moja is everywhere, but what is your connection? Let's look at it. Woko baby a wobeko bia na omusi say na make wo family home no a recording will be bia wo ho nti baby a wo kodo say ya asore ni nya moja wo ho wo connection wo ho ye den na me bisa won. They knew who was cursed, who broke an oath, who needed to do right for the soul to return. They no omo woni nyina wo ho cause obi aye bi omo koka bibi omo koka bibi omo koka bibi omo ko type gum bibi omo ko type gum. Who must be made a king? Omo kan nyina wo ho until there was no fight. Who set tetemre no ye chi ohini bi mentokwa asida ama police fu abem ahini so fa police ni ho ben. De ade wonu na odie na ye ne ekom de sa na tie pa. Because we've broken down all these systems out of ignorance. Who must be made a king? They know. Who is next to be Ebusia Penny? They know. Say Ebusia Penny na moche no. And also sem. Hey, Africa. And we don't want to come back a little bit and look into these things. Because Obi Kachira will say, na one kasa so why the enya aka ho. Na wo de anu defend and na eye mo say ye NANANOM sa niam tantan we aye bi no mo ye no eno na no mo ye. If these deities are at work, who will fight for the akonwa or asase? Senka ade we data yi nyina wo ho database we e wo ho na ye alive a o ye okokon akonwa ho aye okokon asase ho aye den eno ane so mo be reboot e be ma onyin foni nyina. Why they be here? No answer because ohine ko bia wakwa about 3 times ni data bibia wo ho nti ade ni do yonim nti omo wo akola na omo afa na fa ho omo ko hwe nipa ko awaba because omo nim say busum na esi ho no e be ma all those information enye de amoye ni sesi yi nipa baako oye busum oye sofo oye krishna or channel or yes, this such a confused state. And this same person is preaching awakening. Ta! That is not idol worship. That is an ancestral purge. That is an ancestral purge. They were not idol worshippers. Don't call them like that. And it wasn't primitive. It was advanced beyond any new technology you know now. Because you decided not to think as a black man. So if we claim we want to go back, this is it. Please, this is the way. We are not and never idol worshippers. Never. That is not our ancestors. They said I should tell you. The shrine through Ebisa offered information retrieval, and we used that for divination and prophecy. They were not idol worshippers. They were doing proper things. And then Crofire confused how to extend say a confess your prophet and away so your prophet and away your bosom away or your dear. You just want food. Our ancestors were not worshipping nothing. I'm telling you this. Work sick and account. Say your ancestors were in mosquito. And they said I should tell you this was what they were doing. Even Google doesn't know your past life. But bosom NANANOM does no munim because I don't know omo de beto ya wo wane ya de ko na ya kan bibia to ho. What did we do with such an opportunity? Ya tutu ni nyina egu na ya fa fake things because we are lazy. We don't want to work. Google onimo past life. Me come chiro. Se ebi di aba na omo aye na omo ekeka no eye we aha na omo copy the original ni fie. Ah, black man, why? Again, Busuma making not those making noise with their bad brains. Do you ye yen wohono? And ya no na make. Abusia, let's open up more next week. Make sure. Dear ya would do a nimbutu ho. Baby, I want no nim cot chiaye. Any dear de war naba. I will show you, and I will show you why you are holding this that you are busumsumuni, where it came from and the origin. I will show you, and I will show you a choir befaso. I bet to me a fight away. The goons will allow it or not. Next week, if we don't look into things like this, you believe whatever that AI will tell you about yourself. But their own ancestors don't know the born to one or the goose or frequency as they were so spiritual and look at the things they did. Nyamu ye ni nyina de na mo de ye. Abusua. Next week we will open up the wicked ones and the yama how all these things came about. We will show you, and then if you want to think straight, you will think straight. And I'm able to nisuni yetu. Aha, and I'm do besi. Kwate.